To me, it's home. You know, I sing the national anthem, the Canadian national anthem, and it's kind of I feel like I'm caught between two worlds.
I think Canada to me is a land of opportunities because, although I started my career in biotechnology back in India, then I realized that I should, there's better prospect in Canada.
Canada to me is complex, and my relationship to Canada as a country, as well as Canada Day as a celebration, is complex.
For me, actually, it means that it is a great place because not because it is perfect, it's because people are willing to make a change and people are willing to make it better.
Canada for me, this is a hope, and this is hope that gave me the power to move on. This is the immense kindness and warmth I can see in everyone I meet in here.
Growing up, it was fond memories of, I didn't really understand what we were celebrating. I just knew that it had to do with our country and that was important for some reason. But it was mostly like a community thing, like a small town community thing. Canada Day as an adult now is a day that is oftentimes a day of mourning or grief. Grief over, um, my ancestors who aren't here anymore, grief over family who have been killed or had their lives taken, grief over um, mourning for my friends who were taken in the 60s scoop, who don't know their parents, who don't even know, who can't even get treaty status because um, they don't know who their parentage is or how to track that information down. Um, so while I celebrate our country as a resting place for a lot of communities in need, like I've always appreciated how Canada opens its doors to refugees, and I hope that continues as they have allowed for so many other people who need a landing place to rest, to rebuild life, and to heal, and especially refugees.
When I think of Canada, I think of a land, a place that is generous with opportunities. Moving into this country 5 years ago, not knowing anyone, not having any friends, and in 5 years, I've been able to build a life, build connections, build friendships, build a community around myself. I think it's amazing. And the beauty of it is, it's not just people who are like me, the people who are very different from me, people who have very different experience, different culture, but somehow when we're together, like everything just works.
It is a land of opportunities, no matter what people say. So it has given me opportunities, and I'm pretty sure if you work hard, if you kind of put yourself in the right place, you will find opportunities. So it's a positive sign from me.
Canada Day is a reminder. For some, it's not a happy reminder. For some, it's not it's not the type of reminder that they want of where our people come from and the struggles that our people have faced for this day to be what it is. Um, but I really believe in reconciliation and forgiveness. So when I when it comes to Canada Day, I do celebrate because Canada is my home. Not only is White Bear First Nations, but the whole country is my home. All of Turtle Island is my home, and um, I celebrate it because I've had, you know, family members that have fought for this country. Whether they wanted to or not, they did fight for our country, and I celebrate them.
Canada also taught us how to be helpful without expectation and how to be appreciative about this testament of multiculturalism that surround us. So this is I will be grateful immensely to Canada and Canadian people to help us to start anew our life. And it doesn't matter how difficult it can be, but I'm very grateful I can call Canada and like my second home. And for giving, also I'm grateful Canada for giving us this place, a safe place that we can call a new home. Even my heart is still aching for my homeland and for my family members as the war is still going on in there. But I'm very grateful because I can see the future here for my son, and that inspires me to go on.
So I think that there's always potential to elevate Indigenous stories and culture on days like Canada Day. I think there's also opportunities for protest, for activism, for remembrance. Um, and as a whole, I hope that our country continues to be one that fights for human rights and that advocates for the safety of all people and for that human rights are for all. I think that there's a lot of room for Canada to mean more to me.